Hello. Okay, so I am going to do a quick video on how to post, right? I'm posting on Facebook and Instagram, when to do it, what to do, how to do it, all of the things. Okay, so first of all, I mainly use Facebook and Instagram. I've done this since the beginning of when I started. The first few things I started to do, one of them was posting. And so I really still do the same things that I did when I started up until now. And there's only four things, and this is the first thing is posting. So let's talk about it. So I do things a little bit differently on Facebook and Instagram, just because Facebook, I feel like you can post a few more times during the day, and on Instagram, it's more, it's kind of like less is more. And so first, I'm going to go over the different posts that I do on Facebook. So the first one that I do every single day is just like a normal, regular post. Before you were a networks distributor, you talked about things, you shared things. So I'll share a photo of my son, like it's October, we're at the pumpkin patch, so I'll just share a photo of him, doing that. Everyday life things that people can relate to. So I don't do a lot of like clicking the share button. You can click share on Facebook and share things. I don't do that because number one, the Facebook algorithm doesn't really show that very high in the algorithm, so people won't really see it. And second of all, people can't really interact with that. They can't really like relate to it. So if I'm talking about, oh, we just went to the pumpkin patch today, most likely other people have gone to the pumpkin patch and they can relate to that, right? Or my husband's cooking me dinner and he cleaned the house, he's so sweet. People can relate to that. So I try to do things that people can relate to in my life, always positive. It's the first thing. Whenever you're posting things, please only post positive. I know that you have political views. I know that you have different views, and I know that they're great and everyone's allowed to have their opinion. But at this point, this business the social media is now your business, because I'm 99.9% of people are going to work this almost solely on social media. And even if you're going to do a little bit in person, social media is still the great tool. So number one, post positively, right? And post things, like I said, about your life. So really quickly, because I forgot to write this tip down in my notes, I highly recommend not creating a Facebook business page. I've tried it. A lot of leaders have tried it. People aren't going to see them. The Facebook algorithm will not show people your posts. I've clicked follow on some pages or like the page or whatever. I never see their posts in my newsfeed. So if you're posting on there, realize no one is seeing it. So you can post all day long you want on your Facebook business page, but no one's going to see it. So I highly recommend not even doing it, not even going there, because what we do is we share, we don't sell. So, okay, let me go back to the post and I will explain what I mean. So number one, the lifestyle post, we already talked about that. Number two, engagement posts. So Facebook and Instagram, they like a lot of engagement. So if you are commenting genuine comments, a genuine comment is like 4 words, or it can be 3 words and an emoji. So if someone puts up, their picture and they're like, oh, my little baby's 10 months today, you'll be like, oh my gosh, happy 10 months, exclamation point with a little heart. And that's a genuine comment according to Facebook. And so I want to do posts where people will come and comment on my stuff, and then I can reply to their comments. And then Facebook knows, like, okay, this person's interested in your things. We're going to make sure that they see more of your posts in your newsfeed. And these are so important, the lifestyle posts and the engagement posts. And once again, both of these things have nothing to do with It Works. So we're not even talking about how to post for It Works yet. We're just talking about your normal posts. So engagement posts, the other day I wrote, it's almost Halloween here. So I wrote, oh my gosh, am I the only person that doesn't have a Halloween costume for their kid? And I had so many people commenting because so many people can relate to that. Or it could be, I'm looking for a new restaurant in the Orlando area. What's your favorite restaurant? Or I'm looking to get a new SUV. Like, which one's your favorite? Or I want to go on a vacation, in the next few months, and this is where I want to go, or this is where I want to do. Like, what do you guys recommend? Asking for people's opinions. People love giving opinions, especially if it's something easy. I want to watch a new Netflix show. I want to have a new Starbucks order. Like, these are so easy, you guys. You just put them on there and people will just comment, right? Because people love sharing their own opinion. So lifestyle posts about you, something that you're doing or something that you love or whatever, not related to It Works. Engagement posts, not related to It Works, right? Those are 2 of the different posts. So here's where we talk about It Works stuff. We are sharing, we are not selling. I can't like say that enough, because most people will come in and they've never done this before. They've never done sales, or maybe they have and they're used to being really salesy. People don't want you to sell to them. They have a DVR player and they have Netflix and Hulu and all the things, so they don't have to watch commercials. They don't want to watch a commercial. So if you put up a join me for $99 or here's my keto coffee and these are the ingredients and these are all the things, they're just going to scroll right by that. They don't care about that. So we are marketing, we are sharing, we're sharing what we love. We are not selling. So if you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous because I don't know how to sell, perfect, because you're not. You're going to be sharing, you're going to be marketing. I have notes, so I just want to make sure I'm hitting all the things. Okay, so when we talk about posting, who doesn't want to live happier and healthier, feel more fulfilled, right? Who doesn't want to do that? Like everyone. So when we are sharing this, sharing the products in the business, and I'll talk about that in a second, very consistently. When I say consistently, guys, I'm talking every single day. This is a business, and if you want to make this grow, you have to be posting about it every day. And you have those lifestyle and engagement posts so that people can comment and engage with you, because most likely you might not see a ton of engagement on your product posts and your posts about the business. Just going to throw it out there. So if you're like, oh, no one's really liking it or commenting on it, that's fine, you guys, because my enroller, Courtney, posted about this business. She reached out to me and asked me to do this with her, and I ignored her, and then I told her no, and I never liked and commented on her stuff, but I stalked her for 6 months. So most likely, you have seen people's posts for a while before you even joined this, and if you haven't, you're awesome, but most people are going to watch you before they join you. That's just the truth. And so people are watching and they're stalking you, and they need to see you consistent. And the reason they need to see you consistent with talking about the business and the products is because they need to know that you are serious. So many people are nervous about starting something new. Anything new, right? If you've ever had a baby, or you could even have the possibility of thinking about having a child, it's nerve-wracking. Like, it's nerve-wracking. You've never done it. So people that are watching you have never done this either. They're most likely not educated, because all they've ever heard is like my sister's best friend's cousin tried it and network marketing and it didn't work or something, you know, like they don't know what this is all about. And they need to see you and your confidence, even if you don't have a ton of confidence, because I didn't. But the way that we're posting is very confidently, and it's very excited. Your excitement, listen to me, will sell. Your excitement will sell everything. And you're selling you. You're selling your feelings about the products. You're selling yourself. You're selling your story, right? And I'm going to talk about how to do this, but I feel like this is so, so important. So we don't want to put up like corporate stock photos. We don't want to put up super salesy, you know, join my team photos and like weird things. Put up photos of you. Put up photos of your family. Put up photos of your pets and like things that people want to look at. They want to connect. So if you're putting up things that people can't connect with, and people, it's hard for them to connect with things that aren't pictures of people, then they're not going to be able to connect with you, okay? Okay, hold on, let me look at my notes again. So when we're talking about sharing, not selling, people buy on emotion. They buy on emotion. That's why your excitement is going to sell everything for you if you are very consistent with posting every single day. Okay, so what we do on this team, it's called, there's different names for it, attraction marketing or pull posting. Like, you want to pull people in to know more about what you're talking about. So I give people, and I'll give examples, but I give people just enough to know like what I'm talking about without giving them too much. I give them just enough, but not enough. So they have to ask me. So I want to keep people curious, right? So here's what I mean. Let's talk about product posts first. So if I'm doing a product post, and if you're completely brand new and you're watching this and you're like, I don't have any products yet, that's fine. You know why? Because you can still talk about them. So go on the website. If you're super brand new, go on the website and pick out like 3 to 5 products that you would be so excited about trying. Okay? Maybe it's the hair, skin, nails. We're just going to start there. So you can just have a picture of yourself, a selfie. right? With your hair down, whatever, and be like, I'm so pumped to try this new hair, skin, nails vitamin. I've been really wanting to grow my hair out. I feel like my hair, I want stronger, healthier hair. Like I want more shine to it and less frizz. And so I'm so excited to try this new product, this new vitamin, right? You don't have to use the word product. I'm so excited to try this new vitamin, right? That's very relatable words. People can understand all of that. And then selfie and put it up there. That's a product post. Or maybe you have a product. Maybe you're eating pizza. I ate pizza last night. So we have something called Fat Fighters, and it helps to block 1/3 of the carbs and fats from your body. I take them after I eat things like pizza or ice cream or things that I shouldn't be eating. And instead of having the bottle and like having the bottle with my pizza, because people are going to be like, bottle, I don't know, have the pills, 2 of the little capsules, little vitamins in my hand, take a picture of the vitamins with my pizza, and then post about it and be like, I felt so guilty about having this pizza, but I really needed like a little cheat meal, but because I'm so excited, but whatever. I'm so excited I have my Fat Fighters to help me block part of the carbs and fat so that I can indulge without feeling as bad. Something like that, right? So people are going to be like, what are those vitamins in your hand, right? They're going to message you or they're going to comment like, what are those vitamins? So things like that, you guys, like there are so many different examples in our team page. So go into the photo albums of our team page and something like product post examples, and you can go look at different people's product post examples and just see how they're doing it. Look at their wording, look at your upline, look at the leaders on this team and look at their posts, see how they're doing it. And I'm not going to say like copy and paste it, but you can totally use some of the wording and recreate it and just make sure it sounds like you, right? It's totally fine. I still do that to this day. So that's one way that we do product posts. I will here and there do before and afters as well. So when I do my before and after photos, I always make sure to make it relatable because clearly a before and after isn't a picture of me typically, unless it's my before and after, which you should have yours as well. Be using the products, have your own before and afters because, sorry, Camille, blocked your call. Everyone wants to call me whenever I'm doing videos. I have like 20 texts come through and no one ever texts me. Okay, I'm putting it on Do Not Disturb. Let me just go back and find really quick an example for you. Oh, here's an example of one of my, this was a flash sale that we had, but it was the Thermophyte X was on BOGO. And so I had a picture of me holding the Thermophyte X. It's also Confianza, but whatever, it's a cute photo. And I clicked that one first, and then I clicked 3 before and afters, and it goes like this, and it looks really clean. So that's one way that I've used before and afters is like that. But if I'm just going to throw before and after, see, I did this with my coffee mug too, and that's about the coffee, and it just says Friday vibes. I woke up refreshed and ready to end the week strong. Fat burning coffee plus a long walk with my munchkin to get the day going. The texts I'm getting this morning about how much my customers are loving their skinny coffee is making my heart so happy. See, I'm not like being like, come buy my thing, you know, I'm just being like, I love this and my customers are loving it, and just say your customers are loving it because we have customers on our team. You can say the customers on my team are loving this, right? And that's the truth. They are. People love it. So, oh, of course, she's going to be stopping by my house. She just texted me. All the things happen when I make a video. Let me just get to a before and after really quick so I can show you what I do. So if I do a before and after, I thought I just did one the other day. I don't know where it went. Here. Okay, before and after photo, right? Make sure it's a compliant one. I like the new, the white backgrounds. I just think it looks so clean. And so this is what I said. Obsessed, right? So I'm always excited. I'm always like, exclamation points, excitement, obsessed. Like, even if you don't feel it, say it, because it's hard for people to get your emotion on, you know, when they're reading something. So it says obsessed. This is one of the vegan products I'm using for my last 90 days challenge. I'm doing a last 90 days challenge. Thermophyte X, coming in hot and burning fat again. And there's like a little emoji. My friend Stephanie is down 15 plus pounds in 1 month from simply taking a plant-based thermogenic clinically proven supplement with breakfast and lunch. And then I will do things like this every maybe a few posts where it says, if you want a product that works with results that make your jaw drop, text TFX to, and I have my number, comment below for more, or comment below for more info. And so like 5 people liked it. No one comment on it. It doesn't mean I'm not going to do it again, you guys. I'm going to keep doing it because people have to continue to see these things over and over again, right? They have to continue to see it. And the thing I like about before and after photos, even though they're maybe a little less personal because it's not me, people need to see. They need to see the person and be like, wow, I looked like that before and I want to look like that after. And so that creates an emotional connection in them. But you know, this is maybe a little bit more salesy than my norm, but you have to throw things in there like that every now and again because people need that, like text blah 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 to or comment below. And I use my normal number. You can use a Google phone number. You can do that if you want to, but I've never had an issue putting my phone number. And some people will be too nervous to comment below, right? Because then think about this. If someone's like, hey, do you want to lose weight on a public Facebook, post, maybe not public, but even people that can see it, who wants to be like, oh yeah, me, I'm fat and I want to lose weight or whatever it is, most people aren't going to say that on there. So they're either going to message you privately or I'm giving them the option to text me if that's a little bit even more private for them and they feel more comfortable. So you can go on, like I said, the page, but I try to do one of those every single day. So I'm doing one of each of these every day, right? So we talked about the lifestyle post, just a normal post of whatever you want, not It Works related. An engagement post, something that people can comment on that you're asking their opinion about. And then now a product post every single day. You can go get before and after photos in our team page. There's a bunch of different albums of different products. And if you need more, ask an upline and we'll figure it out. So that's product posts. Hopefully that makes sense. You're sharing, not selling, and you want to create an emotional connection. People are going to buy an emotion. If they read all the facts about keto coffee and all the ingredients, that's cool. That's just facts. But if you're like, I feel so energetic from keto coffee, I feel like a whole new person and I'm dropping weight. So it's just helping me feel so much, better fitting in my clothes. I'm feeling more confident. And then as a mom running after my kids, my energy level is so much higher and it's just been incredible. People will connect with that over here are the keto coffee ingredients. You know what I mean? So that's so important. Okay, let's move on. Hopefully that makes sense. Ask if you need more help. Business drip posts. So this is where people get a little stuck because they're like, okay, products, makes sense. I'm selling products. If you want to rank up in the company and really at the same, rank up to build your paycheck, but at the same time help other people. This is the biggest part of this. You're helping other people change their lives as well. And I know that maybe you haven't ranked up yet or whatever, especially if you're new, but realize that those people that you're connected with or that you will be connected with once you grow your network, which is another video, they're going to be able to change their lives too. And what if they join this and go diamond in a month, right? What if they join and go diamond and it's an extra $2,000? Like how much would that change their life? And so we need to be talking about the business. It is so important, you guys. It's so easy. So when you're new, clearly you can't tell like a whole It Works journey story like I can because I've been in this for 5.5 years. So when I was new, promise you, I still posted about the business. So this is what I did. I want you to pick 3 to 5 things that you want this business to do for you, right? So number 1, I really wanted to be able to pay down my student loan debt. That's something that burdened me. Like I felt it was just not good, right? Number 2, I saw myself eventually having more freedom. And I was like, what if I could just get more freedom and not feel like dread on Sunday and then like awful waking up on Monday, having to go back in and go into morning meetings and do all the things, right? That's like stress. So those were 2 of my biggest things. Sorry, I just heard something weird that I really wanted this to help me with. So I talked about those things and I loved that we had a support system in this and I was going to like grow myself. And so I just chose different things every single day. And I was like, today I'm going to talk about in my post and be vulnerable, which I know is hard because it's not something that we normally do, but I promise you, you're going to inspire so many people. Even if you don't know it right away, by doing this every single day, you're going to inspire people because people don't dream anymore. They don't dream big. Like, they just don't. And so I talked about how excited I was to be starting a new adventure. I never use the words "it works" in my posts, ever. Not because I don't love the company, because clearly I'm a lifer and I love the company. But again, I want to create some curiosity. I want them to be curious about what I do. And so I'll say, like, I'm so pumped that I joined this social media that I started up my social media business. I can just see the financial freedom that I'm going to have over the next few months, in just the next few months, I just joined, I just started up my social media business, and I can see how supportive like this team is, and they just give you everything that you need, and they're so positive, and I can just see how much growth I'm going to have, or talk about a goal that you have, right? I thought that I was going to have student loan debt forever, and now I have a plan and a new, call it side gig or whatever you want to call it, but I have a new adventure that is going to, like, my social media business is going to help me pay all this down. And I know that when you say things like that, you're like, but how do you know? But honestly, guys, it's up to you. You can make this work if you want to, right? So putting it out there, if you don't have a goal, you're going to hit, if you have 0 goals, you're going to hit it every time. You're going to hit 0 goals. So put something out there and talk about it. It doesn't matter. People aren't even going to remember, right? But every time that you do this, you're going to be planting the seeds in people's heads that are watching you. Like, I had to watch Courtney for 6 months. I needed to watch her. I needed to know, like, this was real. And she kept posting every day about the greens and about the business and what it was going to do for her. And she was forecasting and dreaming. And even though that wasn't even a normal thing for her, she did it. And so there's also a business lifestyle post examples in our team page and our photo albums. You can go look through those and read through those, but most likely you can go to one of the leaders too and look at their page and see what they're posting about. I always try to put as much positivity in as possible, like, I was nervous and I was scared to fail, but I just decided I was going to break up with my excuses and, make my future better. And so here I am with my social media business that's going to absolutely change everything for me. That's not talking about a story, right? Or you can talk about your story. So when I was brand new, I was like, I'm so proud of myself for getting my master's degree, and I absolutely love it, but I know I have so much student loan debt, and I feel dread on Sunday nights going into Monday mornings, and I feel trapped Monday through Friday, and I just feel like I'm living for the weekend, and I feel like there has to be something more. So I decided to start this up so that in the future I can be able to have more freedom and have more freedom of finances, so I can travel more with my husband. Every single day I'm doing posts like this. Just pick little things and just hone in on that and do your post about that. Ask for help, you know what I mean? Look at other people's posts. I totally still go look at top leaders' posts and be like, what are they posting about today? It's very inspiring. And the more that you do this, the more your brain is going to think, like, this is really happening. You're going to be training your brain to imagine that you can do things that you never thought you could do simply by doing these posts. And other people are going to be watching you, and even if they don't say it right away, eventually you're going to have people coming to you like, wow, you're really inspiring, or like, wow, like, I love watching your posts and what you're doing with your social media business. And you might be like, I'm barely doing anything, maybe you're like brand new, but people are going to be like, wow, like, I love what you're doing. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. The thing about it is that you can't base your excitement, and this kind of goes into a whole nother topic, but I just want to say it really quick. You can't base your excitement and your success with this on what anyone else thinks. I just want to make that clear. Even your husband or your spouse or your significant other, even your kids, even your mom or dad, even your best friend, this is your goal and your dreams. Okay, I had to stop the video and restart it because someone came into my work. So anyway, like I was saying, they have their own dreams and you have your own dreams, and it's okay. And so you need to just go forth and just like run after whatever your goals are. And we're all here to support you. So stay in the team page and get that excitement and be giving that positivity excitement as much as you can in your posts. Okay, that's Facebook. Instagram, a little more simple, but I also want to talk about stories. So on Instagram, I usually just post once a day. Usually my posting times, so on Facebook when I'm posting my 4 posts, one of them will always be like early in the morning, and then I usually do maybe one during the day, but usually people are at work, right, during the day. Most of us work during the day. I worked full time when I first started this, 60 plus hours a week, so didn't have a ton of time, and I wasn't really on Facebook and Instagram during the day. I was on after 5 o'clock. So that's the same thing with your potentials. I do maybe like my product post early in the morning, and then I'll do like my business post later in the day, and somewhere in there I will do, my engagement posts and my lifestyle posts, right? And so on Instagram, I do things a little different. I will just do one post, usually in the evening, because that's when most people are on, right? And so on Instagram, I try to use photos that are very bright. Instagram's all about, I don't want to get too much into this, but Instagram's all about just a bright photo. It doesn't have to be by any means like good photography. It just has to be a bright photo. And I want you to go look at what people are engaging with the most. Most people engage with me on photos where you can see my face. So if you haven't taken selfies up until this point, I just want you to know that people are going to relate to you, not to a photo of whatever. And you can post other stuff too, like heck I do, but most of my photos are of me and my family, and the reason is because they can relate to that. They're humans and they relate to other humans, right? It's hard to relate to just a picture of a random thing. Not that I'm saying you can't post that stuff. I'm just saying like most of my photos are of me. So on Instagram, I just make sure that it's just a bright photo. Not going to get into all of that, but that's what Instagram is all about. I want them to stop and look at it, right? So most of my photos, you can go to my profile if you want, jackie.r.wilson. Right there. But most of my photos are, like you see, me and my family, and there's my sister, and most of the time we're at Disney. There's Gavin in his pumpkin costume. They're just cute, like something that someone will stop and just look at. They're going to stop and look at a picture of a person, most likely, especially if it's kind of brighter, right? And so on Instagram, I'm mostly posting about the business. And it's not salesy by any means. But, this post is basically like, life begins on the other side of the wall of fear and doubt you've built. And then I talk about how, like, my background and, like, that I started this because blah, 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 blah. And this is what it's done for me over the past 5 years. And this is where I'm going. And so it's always things like that, past, present, future, where I'm going with the company or, whatever. So it's always like inspiring people. I want to inspire people in my Instagram posts. So that's just what I personally do. You can do whatever you want. You can still do product posts in there. You can still do your coffee cup and things like that. Just think about what is someone going to stop and look at, because Instagram's all about photos. And then stories. Stories are so huge. And this is my trick. You can post things on your Instagram stories if you use Instagram, and you can push them over to your Facebook. So here's just a random picture that I have in my stories. I do just everyday stuff in my stories, but I also do in the photo albums. Again, you can go in and there's a whole photo album of product photos for stories, and like there's like multiple of them. I will show you in a second. And then you can find ones that are for the business as well. And so I try to put those up almost every single day. So I'll do like my product stories, and then I'll do just random not at works related stuff, and then I'll do my business ones later in the day. So here's just a picture of me. I made dinosaur PBJs. And so I like to use these little GIFs or whatever they're called. Here's a positive quote. Here's me reading a book, recommending a book to them. Oops. So these little GIF things, the more little apps and things that you use in the stories, the more that Instagram will like push it up in the algorithm. And also the more often during the day that you're using them. So like I'll post my coffee in the morning, and then I'll do a couple stories about what the coffee is. And then here, I'm going to show you guys. And then I will post, maybe if you're at work, you can't post anything, then don't post anything while you're at work. You know what I mean? Like wait till you get home and you're making dinner, and you can show what you're making for dinner. You can give a recipe. You can give some tips on like how to make whatever you're making, or like a quick tip about whatever it is. People love tips. They love when you share information with them. So here's a picture of my coffee cup, right? And it says rainy day, coffee, skinny coffee. And then the next one is, this is in our team page. It's some before and after photos about the keto mocha coffee. And then I have a poll right there, right? And then I have some information about it. And you can find all of these, and I just have usually like 3 or 4, maybe 5 in a row, just depending. And then that's it. And I have a poll, so people can click the poll if they want more information. And then it's back to me and Gavin, right? Doing whatever we do. There's him playing a guitar. Here's my dog on the couch. Like, here's him painting a pumpkin. So it's just random stuff in between the It Works stuff. So it's not just like product, business. But stories are so huge. And so when you're on your stories, so I'm just going to use this one. Down here, it says more. So click more. and go into, oops. Maybe you have to do it on an active one. I think you have to do it on an active one. Hold on, let me go to my regular ones. So on the bottom, you click more, and you can go to Story Settings. This is an Instagram. And then when you scroll all the way down to the bottom of Story Settings, it says Share to your Facebook stories. So I never ever have to post them twice. I post them on here in my Instagram stories, and it pushes over to Facebook. So super easy. As for posting, if you're going to do the same post on Instagram and Facebook, which sometimes happens, I don't push it from Instagram to Facebook or whatever. There's an option to. Don't do that. Just copy and paste the wording from your Instagram post or whatever, or from your Facebook, and just paste it into Instagram or paste it into Facebook and put the picture in there, because the algorithm will pick it up more and you will be able to like have more people seeing it. So that's the basis of posting. Hopefully that all makes sense. You can also have, this is getting a little high tech, but you can have little highlights in here. So I have one that's called Health. And I click it, it's like different ones, like Thermophyte X, and here's testimony, here's my Thermophyte X, here's me talking about Thermophyte X, my coffee, me making my coffee in Thermophyte X, and there's me and Gavin. So people can go to my profile and see that. But yeah, that's kind of the basis of posting. It's really easy. I only do a few things every single day. You're going to get better and better and better at it the more that you practice, right? If you've never done a sport before and then you practice it every single day, you get better at it. That's how you get better at this. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this made sense. If you need more help, ask us. And I'm so pumped for you to go diamond and beyond.